The headquarters of Jungkook Empire stood tall, sleek, and black like a shadow in daylight. Men with dark suits and cold eyes guarded each corner. But then she entered, wearing a fluffy bunny printed t-shirt and holding a lunch bag. She strolled in like she owned the place, and well, she did. Her steps bounced a little. She even waved at the front desk. One, hi Danny. She grinned. The tall man near the elevator nodded quickly, almost standing straighter. Danny, ma'am, didn't know you were coming today. One, I wanted to surprise him. He's probably chewing someone out upstairs, isn't he? She giggled, pressing the elevator button. Danny didn't answer. He just nodded and immediately spoke into his mic. Danny, Bunny's here. No escort, floor 58. Get someone up there, now. One, calm down there, my soldier. Queen is the most protected in the king's fortress. She patted Danny's shoulder twice with a proud look. When Danny insisted, she refused again, so he had no other way than sighing and reporting it to his superiors who could handle this lady better. There was no way he could. That was way out of his scope, of his job requirements. There was a short detour between floor 58 and 60. The hallway she passed through, clean, posh, golden trimmed, was reserved for VIP visitors. International businessmen, arms dealers, brokers, and men whose hands were bloody with power. They had been invited for a closed door meeting. They had stepped out for a smoke and now were loitering where they shouldn't. One of them saw her first. His eyes sharpened at the contrast, cute. Little bunny ears printed on a white shirt, pink glows on her lips, a soft hum coming from. Are you lost, baby girl? One of them said. She blinked and tilted her head. One. Whoa. I heard the line in the movie. Did you watch it last night too? Minus 1,000 ore. The man laughed and pat his shoulder for his loss. That was good, girl. You must be new though. Never saw you here. Fine. I've never seen you here either. But I wasn't gonna bring it up and make it awkward. But before his hand could ever twitch toward her, two cars come, sprinted around the corner. Mom, you okay? It was Sam and Rowan. Two of Jungkook's oldest and most trusted men. They weren't just guards, they were loyal to her, like she was the moon and stars. Rowan stepped in front of her like a human wall. Truly, the men were surprised. They were the VIP, and the little god dared to step before him. Have you lost your mind? The man said angrily. Step away from her. Now. Sam didn't hesitate. He pulled his gun, aimed it at the tallest man's foot. Sam was clearly no talk bullshit prodigy. Sam, touch her again and you're leaving this building in pieces. The man backed up, instantly raising hands. Whoa, calm down, dude. Rowan turned to her in the meantime, his life flashing before his eyes. Are you hurt? She sipped her juice pouch from her bag and shook her head. Wine, nope. But I think that guy's egos might be. I laughed at his line. Rowan covered his face. She literally had zero survival skills. Instead, she was great at roasting to make sure her opponent never offers her any mercy. Well, is she that important, John? I understand somehow after seeing her. Roman's expressions dropped. He wasn't awkward and flustered anymore, and he turned towards the men and pointed his gun at them as well. His eyes were dark, deadly, and fearless. Rowan, proceed to John's office. He'll be the one to make the decision. Mine beamed and ran away towards Jungkook's office first, walking past all those violent, problematic men. They were the VIPs, the ones with the ultimate control. How come they're reduced to some troublemaking students being taken to the principal's office on a gunpoint? The double doors creaked open. She strolled in after knocking once with a soft voice letting him know immediately who it was. Jungkook's chest turned slightly. He was seated at the head of the table, fingers resting near a pen. His secretary stood in front of the table explaining something but stopped when she entered. Fine. Hi, Larry. She waved before walking to Jungkook happily and plopped on his lap. Zam automatically went around her. She dug her face on her neck. Rowan and Stam stood by the door. The VIPs from earlier stood beside them, still on a gunpoint. They were not going to die, of course. They were beyond powerful. Jungkook didn't say a word. Larry had already informed him whatever happened. Jungkook, take them away. I'll deal with them later. The guest coughed while Jungkook's eyes remained on wine. No one, no one gets to make her feel unsafe. She walked in on us. Might as well control your wife, John. How are you supposed to? The man shut up. Truly shut up with just one look from Jungkook. Rowan moved forward. Sam gestured to the men. They understood. Their invitation to the top floor had expired. All this for a girl in a cartoon shirt. One of them mumbled while walking away. A mistake. A very bad one. They didn't make it 3 steps. Jungkook stood, and the sound of the man's face slamming into the wall seconds later, the man died on the spot. The impact was that bad. Jungkook, you got something to say? He turned to others, who visibly stepped back. They were taken away, and within seconds the body and the blood was cleaned as well as if nothing happened here. Jungkook returned to Wine, taking her in his arms again, and who relaxed in his lap. Wine, you didn't even say anything to them, you know. Jungkook, you leave me speechless sometimes. Walking in a bunny t-shirt, in between wolves. Wine, guess you'll protect me. She grinned and Jungkook grabbed her jaw and moved his face in her neck and kissed and bit there so hard that it left a hickey. Jungkook, I will, always. Mine dug her face in his chest again with a little pout and heavy breaths. This man always did that to her. Get possessive, leave hickeys, and get her all flustered before showering her with affection and protection.